there's contact. There's contact. And there's contact between Cheryl Paul and Campbell Pilling.
With the series many years, our current champion Oliver Owen there. Henry Foote, Tuscany Groves, and leading them out, number 325. Ethan Critchley, a little problem there for Carl Watt. Looks like he's got a starting issue, so the guys are getting him going on the, or maybe not getting him going on the electric gun. All these karts have an onboard starter motor, and that is not going to go. Yeah, that's not going to go. That's got a carb issue. The boys do everything to make sure that everybody gets out onto the track, but I don't think Carl's going to make it this time. Have we actually got it switched on? That might be... No, looks like a carburetor problem, something like that. So we won't be seeing Carl in this session, which means he will start at the rear of Heat 1 if he can get that kart going. Now the track really looking blotchy. And as Ethan Critchley completes his first lap with a 48.607. Oliver Owen, our current champion, in second place with a 49.025. Also a bit of a rainmeister, it has to be said, as is in third place Oscar Walmsley-Jones on a 49.738. Dan Weir in fourth with a 50.107. And rounding out the top five, Tommy Welsh on a 50.501. So just coming through the Devil's Elbow. Ethan driving very well. And goes quicker with a 47.802. And one of our lady drivers, Tuscany Groves, currently in 8th position with a 49.941. And so a track limit warning for Ethan Critchley. So Ethan needs to pay attention to the line that he is taking. Doesn't matter if it's Formula One all the way down to karting. The rules are the same on the amount of tarmac that you can use. And Sam Faulkner coming wide line there, going to post a lap time. Goes straight into second with a 48.092. So Ethan, a couple of tenths, maybe 3 tenths gap here. But Sam, this is his second lap, I think, and he's in traffic, so that's not ideal. Although he's managed to navigate that gaggle of karts through the carousel now. Now let's just watch him through. Takes a bit of curb here. And there, cuts back, and a lot more curb on the right-hand side. So he straight lines the corner. He'll go wide into Paddock Bend. Look how much time he took out of Thomas Dackins there. Doesn't improve. And he faces the same problem. He's now going to have traffic. Goes up the inside of Thomas Dackins. Beautiful move. Didn't really need to hit the curb there, but we'll let him off. And he still has the same issue, but he might get a lap in, a clean lap in, before he comes up on some more traffic. Meanwhile, Henry Foote, another driver from Cornwall, pops up to third position with a 48.168. Mark Lawrence back in 10th at the moment with a 50.174. But let's see what happens. A bit of a slow-moving kart there on the left. Didn't quite see who that was. Don't know if they've got a technical problem or if they're just trying to cool their tyres if they've overcooked them pretty quickly. Sam now coming up onto the back of Mark Lawrence. Sam from Bromsgrove, which is the same town that the Daniel Ricciardo Series HQ is based in the Midlands. Henry Foote jumps to the top with a 46.419. Now that is a massive jump, which means that the track is evolving now every lap. And if you have your tyres the right pressure and the operating window for them is opening up, it means you've probably got 1 or 2 laps where you can post your best time. And I think Sam is running the risk really of not exploiting that due to traffic. Oliver Owen very wide there. Henry Foote, track limit warning. Now remember, if they go faster and that is the lap that they get a track warning, then that lap could be deleted. Depends on race director and our timekeeper Sam Taylor to communicate and see which lap it was on. And actually, I've missed that, and Henry is on slicks. So we didn't see him on the grid with our camera person, so apologies for that. And he has switched those tyres on. So I expect Henry now to be on pole position for sure. You can see Oscar Walmsley-Jones indicating him to go past because Oscar's probably overcooked his tyres, but that's not concerning Henry Foote. Along with his father John, they clearly have made the right decision. And as we come to the end of the session, it is in fact and indeed Henry Foote that takes pole position with a 46.222. Ethan Critchley, second position on a 47.618. Sam Faulkner with a 47.813. Oscar Walmsley-Jones, good result for him, 48.458. Our current champion, Oliver Owen, just finishing his lap. And in fact, yeah, Oscar Walmsley-Jones and Oliver Owen not showing as taken the checkered flag at the moment. Sixth place for Dan Weir on a 49.192. Seventh for Tom Snape, 49.395. Eighth place for number 8, Tommy Welsh, 49.486. Jack Woodrow in ninth place with a 49.519. And Tuscany Groves rounding out the top 10 There's Henry and his father, John. Very happy. Great decision there, John, with the slicks. Let's see if he is okay on the weighbridge. So that sets Henry up nicely. You can see the low fuel level there for the rest of the day for the heat. And let's hope the DRS100s have been paying attention to that session. And the whistle blows, and we haven't had the normal little gap between the race because obviously we had multiple rolling laps. So the DRS125s all go out onto the circuit, I would imagine, and from what I can see, all on slick tyres. So it was Henry Foote who posted the fastest time in qualifying with his slick tyre choice, with his mechanic, aka John Foote, all the way from Cornwall. Been racing in juniors and was racing in DRS100 juniors actually the first few rounds this year before making the jump up to our senior class, which obviously was the right move for him. A couple of good races this season in the DRS125 already for Henry, and actually the first race of the year when he was in DRS100, he won our open race, which was for the DRS plate, and took that title for DRS100 back, I think it was in April at Little Rissington, which was the scene of our round 5 at the end of August. So not quite sure what's going on here. Oscar Walmsley-Jones looks like he fancied second place, but quite a stern look there from Ethan Critchley. Now, let's see if these seniors can do a better job on the run up to the line and actually be in the tram lines and accelerate on the acceleration line. You can see the difference between these karts and our DRS62 cadet karts. These karts are a lot wider rear tyres, a longer wheelbase, a 104 centimetre wheelbase as opposed to a 900 wheelbase for the cadets. Tyre pressure in these tyres ran about 9 psi, 10 psi. Much better from our seniors, look. Bit of a shove there from Sam Faulkner in the back of Henry Foote, but no harm done. Ethan Critchley covering off second place. Oscar Walmsley-Jones in danger here because he's on the outside. He needs to get to the inside, which he does, and that stops hard-charging Oliver Owen from having a look. Now, all these drivers, Tom Dackins there at the rear having a look on the inside. Didn't quite work. In fact, yes, I thought there was going to be contact because it's still damp on that corner. So the experienced drivers here just looking where the line is, just making sure that they can keep these tyres warmed up and not lose any temperature by touching some damp. So Henry Foote, and yes, you can see there, penalty for 335. Thomas Dackins went down the inside of the carousel and slid into another competitor. So a penalty for Thomas, unfortunately. Dan Weir now right on the bumper of Ollie Owens. And these first laps are so important. You can't lose track position. You want to try to stay in the leading group. And Oscar Walmsley-Jones has got a little bit of work to do there because he needs to make sure that he can jet on the back of Henry Foote, who obviously has lost the lead to Ethan Critchley. Sam Faulkner into second. But I'm pretty sure that Ethan and Sam Faulkner will be fighting pretty quickly. So if you're Henry Foote or Oscar Walmsley-Jones and Oliver Owen and Dan Weir, you've got to be hoping that Ethan and Sam fight a little bit too hard and this whole group of 6 closes up again. So Sam, very experienced. Both these drivers going to Italy in a few weeks' time for the World Finals at Franciacorta, which is near Bergamo, Milan area, and where lots of countries will be racing, all on the same equipment. Now, Henry Foote's managed to just get a little bit closer and back on terms with Sam Faulkner, who at the moment seemingly doesn't seem to be able to do anything about Ethan Critchley. Ethan looking pretty solid. Nice shot there of Henry Foote as he went into the corner, loading the cart up. I saw the inside rear wheel slightly lift, which means his cart's gripping well. And by the look of his rear track, the distance of the rear wheels, he's got that set quite wide. So maximum width on these carts that we're allowed to run on the rear is 140 centimetres. Normally the wider you go on the back, the less grip, and the narrower you go, more grip. Now Oscar Walmsley-Jones has, and a mistake there. He'd already lost the position to Ollie Owen, and thank you very much, says Daniel Weir and Tom Snape. So Oscar needs to reset, calm down, and try to make those positions up that he's lost. So 5 laps gone, just over 5 minutes remaining. Only 0.4 of a second last time between Sam and Ethan Critchley. .565. A worse lap for Henry Foote, so he's 0.8 behind. But Ollie Owen looks like he's on the move. So probably just struggled a little bit with 2 lower pressures in the beginning. Looks like he's switched his tyres on now and has managed to put some daylight between himself and the man from Cornwall, Daniel Weir. Seven laps gone, and it looks like Sam, he's lost a couple of tenths. He's 9/10 behind Ethan Critchley. Nice move there from Tom Snape. Wheel up on the inside, so for sure it's gripping. You'll just see here now, nice in the toe. Just watch him, minimal steering. He already knows where he's going. Big mistake there by Daniel to actually look. He's given in the corner early, which is a smart thing to do. Don't want to be banging wheels at 77, 78 miles an hour as you approach that right-hander going up the hill. Otherwise, find yourself parked in the trees. So, Dan Weir now looking to close back. Is he going to have a look at the inside? Could have done. I think Tom was pretty fortunate there that he didn't have a look. Meanwhile, Ethan Critchley has managed to put the hammer down and got himself over a second gap, which looks even more at the end of this lap with just over 2 minutes 30 to go. And is Sam Faulkner going to come under pressure from Henry Foote? I think so, because Ethan now got the gap up to 1.477, so he's looking good. And Henry will have a go, and there he does. As predicted, you don't need to give Henry too many opportunities. He only needs one. Beautiful overtake here. So carrying the overspeed. Ooh, took a lot of curb there as well, which was a bit brave. Sam, very experienced, didn't fight him. It's more important to let the person pass, get back on their bumper, and as we saw in the cadet race, Ollie Owen a bit wide there, and that's going to give Tom Snake the same opportunity. Ollie looking, he's going to stay. Now Ollie will know the inside. Is Tom going to make it? That was a missed opportunity for sure. And straight away when you make or you miss your opportunity, you see here, Ollie just got a bit wide, got some water on his tyres, and you could see that really made his life difficult, but he survived. Has he learnt? He's going to keep it tidier this lap. Yes. So he should, although he's made a mistake there onto turn one. So Tom's got another chance here, and Ollie knows that. So if I was Tom, I'd be sending it down the inside. Doesn't go for it, just over 40 seconds to go. Ethan Critchley still your leader with Henry Foote in second and Sam Faulkner in third. You're watching fourth, fifth and sixth. With our current champion, Oliver Owen. That's why he's carrying the number 1 plate. So they're going to get another 2 laps with 16 seconds to go. Henry pulling away from Sam Faulkner. So clearly a setup issue for Sam. What was working yesterday is clearly not working today. Sam very quick in testing yesterday. But remember, it's only today that most people have put new tyres on, and if you set your car up on expired slick tyres, as a lot of them will have done, your car comes alive with new tyres. But if you've dialed too much grip into your car and you put new tyres on, sometimes it can have the opposite effect. So a bit of head scratching for Sam Faulkner and his mechanic James, I would think, after this first heat. So, last lap. So we've just completed 13 laps. There's Tuscany Groves, another one of our lady drivers. Leading Carl Watt, Thomas Dackins, who got that penalty on the first lap, and Tommy Walsh, number 8, who looks like he's keen to get past Thomas. And I believe it was Mark Lawrence that went off the circuit on that first lap, and was the penalty for Thomas. So Ethan Critchley, your winner, followed home by Henry Foote. Third place for Sam Faulkner. Fourth place for Oliver Owen. Fifth for Tom Snake. And sixth place for Daniel Weir. And that is the gauntlet thrown down to Sam Faulkner, who's been so strong this year, leading the championship. But we have a new protagonist in the form of Ethan Critchley. So fantastic result for him. And let's see if those 3 drivers can put on a good show in the pre-final a little later on, which is due out at 1:55. Okay, so we've sorted out the problem, which was a sinking problem with the satellite. Obviously something to do with Welsh airspace. Elon Musk passing by, or too many clouds, who knows? But in the end, the good old faithful, switch it off, switch it back on, didn't work. Switch it back off, switch it back on again, didn't work. Switch it off, be cross, switch it back on, it worked, yay! Right, so we're going racing with the DRS125s. Ethan Critchley on pole position. Alongside him, Henry Foote. And everybody on slicks. And the rain holding off. And out we go for this pre-final installation lap. Car streaming up to the top bend. Lots of smoke. By the way, that's a typical two-stroke. In other words, the oil is mixed into the petrol. 97 octane E5 unleaded fuel. And when an engine's cold, it burns a lot of fuel, and thus you get a lot of blue smoke. A bit like when you're standing on the high street and the mopeds are in town, or a nice two-stroke motorcycle comes past, and the smell, well, if you're into two-strokes, you know what I mean. So just getting some tire temperature, and the front row now, Ethan and Henry, just as I say it, starts to bring the field down to a steadier pace. And they will form two lines as they were on the dummy grid, and bring the field round, looking for the acceleration line and the tram lines on the run up to the lights. And if the red lights go out, we will be racing. So, here we go. Looking good, looking good. Into the tram lines. And we go, Ethan Critchley and Sam Faulkner had to make that stick. We've got Mark Lawrence, Tommy Welsh, and I think it might be, no, it's not Tuscany, but another driver off. Meanwhile, up to top bend, and it is Oliver Owen that's managed to get into third. Ethan Critchley flat out trying to put a little bit of distance between him and Sam looking under pressure from Oliver Owen. These vital first corners, so important for your track position and how this race is going to pan out. So Sam managed to drive the last good corner. Let's just see what happened here. So, at the back, somebody breaking formation. Little bit of contact there. And yes, it's Jake Woodrow just got tagged in that as well. But all carts are back into the race. Meanwhile, Oliver Owen has managed to pass Sam Faulkner. And now this is bringing Tom Snape into the fold. But meanwhile, Ethan Critchley is just inching away. And Sam Faulkner is in real trouble. This is not what we're used to seeing. Sam, normally leading the championship, is away just like Ethan Critchley is doing at the moment. But that's not to take anything away from Ethan, driving beautifully. And suddenly a turn of speed from our current champion, Oliver Owen. Oscar Walmsley-Jones going well, up into 6th. 7th is Carl Watt. Dan Weir in 8th. Tuscany Groves in 9th. Oh, that's Carl Watt off. Oh no, what's happened after he didn't start in qualifying? Just looks like he's had enough, because he looks like he's trying to get going and restarted. Very, very quick up to the top bend the spoon. Looks like Carl Watt has decided not to rejoin. And now Ollie Owen is only 7/10 behind Ethan Critchley. Carl Watt looked there in the background. Oh, he's got back underway. Just having a little breather. Thomas Dackins up to 8th place. And Henry Foote just 2.1 seconds behind this leading group. But pretty penalty for Carl Watt, so I wonder what that was for. I don't know if you have a replay, but obviously some contact somewhere at the spoon where we saw him rejoining. Ethan Critchley's taking loads of curb there in the Devil's Elbow, and Sam Faulkner coming under pressure now from Tom Snape. Can Tom Snape get into the toe? Hunching down a little bit. Inching. He's going to look for the inside. Sam covered it off. And so we continue. Now, Oliver Owen had suddenly went super fast and managed to get away from Sam Faulkner. That just seems to have just tailed off. And the gap remains the same. 0.7 to Ethan Critchley, our leader, who just keeps going. Setting a new fastest lap there of 42.524. .582 for Sam Faulkner. So, and now look, the rear wheel on the inside lifting up, which says to me that Sam's kart is set up to come on. When we say come on, have better grip through the latter part of the race. So we've just over 4 minutes to go. Ethan managed to put another 10th over Ollie on the last lap. Let's see what it is this time around. Another 10th. And Sam inching away now from Tom Snape. Tom just struggling to hang on to the tails of Sam. Very late on the brakes then into the spoon. So after this race, we will have a new timetable to make for the adjustment of the timing failure. So we'll come back to you on that after this race. 7 laps completed, just over 3 minutes remaining. Through goes our leader, and then a 42.606. So Ollie Owen speeding up. 1.176 behind. Ethan Critchley is Sam Faulkner. These three now, second, third, fourth, look pretty even to me, and they're just starting, I think, visually. We'll check the time this time around, but it looks to me they're slightly closer. And if Ollie's closer, he's dragging Sam, and if Sam's closer, he's going to drag Tom. Henry Foote just out of it. Yeah, they picked up a 10th. It may not sound a lot to you, but a 10th of a second around the length of this lap is a lot. So Ollie, maybe he was saving his tyres earlier on in the day. Definitely visually closer. It's not 7/10 now. He can smell the fumes from Ethan Critchley's exhaust. And when you can see the person you're following and you can see that you're catching, that is worth a few tenths, let me tell you. So yes, that was a really good lap from Ollie Owen, and there you go, 42.536. He is on it. Now it looks like Sam's in a little bit of trouble here with Tom Snape. Maybe pushed it a bit too hard. So we look 0.589 now to Ollie Owen. He has closed up bit by bit. And is this going to hurt him in the grand final? Because remember what we were talking about before, this circuit is quite abrasive. As beautiful as it is, the surface is quite abrasive and quite hard on your tyres. So here goes Tom Snape. Sam just covered it up. So will Ollie Owen, pushing so hard as he is now, will he have taken too much life out of his front tyres and his left rear tyre in this pre-final? Would he have been better just to get into second and just coax it home? But it looks like he is going for the win. We will, of course, find out in the grand final. But always interesting, these little points. Well, always interesting for me on the technical point. Right in the toe now, Ollie. And he goes for it. Up the inside. Ethan seemingly accepting that. This is only the pre-final, it's not the grand final. And this will give Ethan the opportunity just to sort of work out any weaknesses that he may have. Lovely move this by Ollie. Great driving by Ethan too, up the inside, nice and clean. Look, rear wheel just pops up, which means the kart's gripping nicely. And this is a good opportunity for Ethan just to have a look. This is the first time he's raced against Ollie today. So he'll be having a good look, looking where Ollie places the car, where his braking points are, because this is all useful information for Ethan for the final. But that is a fantastic drive from Oliver Owen, coming to take the checkered flag and wins the pre-final for the DRS125. Ethan Critchley in second place, Sam Faulkner in third, Tom Snape in fourth, Henry Foote in fifth, followed by his compatriot from Cornwall, Daniel Weir in sixth, Tuscany Groves, great result for Tuscany in seventh, Thomas Dackings in 8th position, Tommy Welsh in 9th, Oscar Wormsley-Jones bringing up the top 10. So your provisional winner, number 1, and our current DRS champion, Oliver Owen. Subject to technical checks, where the guys will check different things. Just see Ollie there, just going over some marbles, just picking up some spent rubber, which sticks to the tyres, which, would you believe, can add a little bit of weight to your kart. There's Keith just directing the guys into the weighbridge. Electric start these karts, so they're just switching off the switch on the left-hand side. Ollie just pushes that onto the scales. Remember, a minimum weight of 152 kilos. Needs to have that checked by Keith. Looks good. So your pre-final results, Oliver Owen in first place, second place Ethan Critchley, third place Sam Faulkner, fourth Tom Snape, fifth Henry Foote, sixth Daniel Weir, seventh Tuscany Groves, eighth fantastic for Thomas Dackings, ninth for Tommy Welsh, and in 10th place Oscar Wormsley-Jones. In 11th, number 6 Carl Watt after that off. And Mark Lawrence in 12th and Jake Woodrow in 13th after that first corner melee. So remember, this grand final grid is made up from the points. So in the pre-final, we saw Ollie Owen take the victory from Ethan Critchley. But it is Ethan Critchley that is lining up on pole position. With Henry Foote on grid 2. Points from your qualifying, your heat, and the pre-final. You know what they say, points means prizes. And we're at the business end now of the day for the DRS125s. If you just cast your mind back to the last race, Oliver Owen was electric in the final few laps of that pre-final. But has he taken too much out of his tyres? Was Ethan Critchley cruising and saving his tyres? And what about Sam Faulkner? Remember him? Has he changed his setup? Here we go then. And we're racing. Henry Foote goes on the outside. I think he's got enough draft if he can cover off Oliver Owen. No, he hasn't. Oliver Owen is through. So very tight into the top bend. It's Ethan Critchley leading them down into the carousel from Oliver Owen, from Henry Foote, Sam Faulkner, and Tom Snape. And then it is Oscar Walmsley-Jones. Here we come through. Devil's Elbow for the first time, and Paddock Bend, they'll all be looking. Sam Faulkner displaces Henry Foote, and Henry Foote's lost big momentum. He loses 2 places. In fact, he's going to lose 3. Sam Faulkner knows he can't mess around, and he can't lose touch with the first 2 straight away, so had to make that move. But Henry Foote in recovery mode already and slides up the inside of Oscar Walmsley-Jones, who looked a bit twitchy under braking. Meanwhile, Oliver Owen is already putting pressure on Ethan Critchley. But here comes Faulkner, and here comes Snape. Bit of slide there from Ethan Critchley. Looks like he's running his tyre pressures maybe a little bit lower and hasn't fully got the grip that he is used to or expects. And that is enabling Ollie Owen just to sit on his bumper. You see, number 1 has a rear plastic pod. Ethan Critchley has a chrome bumper. A little bit of difference in the handling. The rear plastic pod helps the chassis a little bit. It's permitted in the rules with a bit more traction and a little bit more grip under braking. Sometimes not as much lateral grip, sideways grip. So the grip in the track has to be quite high to enable you to run that, and the back steps out. Now he's got Faulkner. Now the last person you want on your bumper is Sam Faulkner. Sam very, very experienced, and he'll be happy at this moment in time that he's in contention, and he'll just be having a chill pill and just breathing and just relaxing and just having a look at the rear of both of those carts ahead of them. Are they sliding? Have they got grip? That was a good run for Faulkner. And Ollie Owen knows, so Sam just checks behind, he knows he's got some air to Tom Snape. And Ollie Owen goes, right, I'm not going to hang about. I'm not having Sam Faulkner on my back bumper. But it didn't work. Didn't work, Ollie. Sam followed you through. Beautiful double pass here. The third place using the second place man who makes the gap. And perfect pass there from both number 1, Ollie Owen, and Sam Faulkner, who uses that corner last bend. Bit of surprise, they don't expect it there. And now now has he gone too early? This is the thing, has he gone too early? Because Critchley now, he looks a bit racy. And, well, there we go. And it's tight on the top corner. Critchley has to bow out of it. He tried to do what Faulkner did to him when Ollie Owen passed them before. And guess what? Here comes Tom Snape. So 3 now becomes 4. This is what I love about karting. It is never over. And you think the race can be over and you've not got a chance, you should never give up. Anything can happen. Somebody can make a mistake and then somebody can get back in front and then not be quick and the whole race changes and the whole field comes together. Sam Faulkner using every inch of the track, Critchley. And he's made it. Now, here comes Tom Snape. And Ollie Owen knows that he has got to try to get past Sam Faulkner straight away, because if he doesn't, that could be it. If Sam Faulkner has got some renewed pace. Here we go again, up into the spoon. And Ethan Critchley should have really just followed Oliver Owen through that corner, because he lost a bit of time and he's now under pressure from Tom Snape. But here goes Ollie Owen using the drag again in the top corner. What a race. And behind, Henry Foote and Oscar Walmsley-Jones are inching back up. Remember, Henry lost out heavily on Paddock Bend when he had to compromise. He had to go wide, lost his momentum and lost quite a few places. And with 6 minutes, just over 6 minutes to go, for me, this all comes down to your tyres. Who has hurt their tyres, who has not hurt their tyres, and who has got the right tyre pressure? When you've got high degradation on your tyres, it's normally the left front and the left rear, and it means that you can't lean on the car or carry the corner speed. And if you can't carry the corner speed, you slow down the straight. And Ollie Owen now chucking down, but Sam Faulkner knows if he just sits there, he only needs a gap. And he's trying, that's a small gap. Now Critchley had the momentum that time, and he's through. And he's going to go for Sam Faulkner into the carousel knock. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have tried that myself. I would have been happy with that. Get what you're given, Ethan. Just sit there. And the train continues. So, let's see what Faulkner's like this time. A lot of curve from Sam. Yeah, Sam, I didn't think there was enough gap there, but look, under braking when Ollie went wide, Sam just slithered in, but Ethan came off the brakes early, carried the speed, and now we're back. Now Henry Foote looks in the back of the picture. And Henry Foote just sends it. He sent it. Did he get through? He did get through. And Tom Snape's thinking, where did you come from? He's back. So just over 4 minutes to go. This race is not over. There's a contact warning for Oliver Owen. So the boys have got to behave. Just a bit further back, we've got Oscar Walmsley-Jones and Dan Weir trying to get involved with this party. Now Faulkner managed to get a bit of air. Ethan in second, closing up under braking, and Oliver Owen now throwing his car into the corner, really braking late, trying to get that gap back that he lost. Remember, he's had a contact warning, so he's got to be careful. But Faulkner That little bit of speed that he was missing earlier in the day, he looks like he's got it back. And these front 6, 7 are closing up. So just over 3 minutes to go. And Sam Faulkner looks like he's got a kart that's performing well. But here comes Ollie Owen again. And this is just going to cost you boys time and help Sam Faulkner. Although, actually, that was a really good corner for Ollie Owen. He managed to get the move done, carry the speed, and he didn't lose out. So, but he made a mistake there in the devil's elbow, missed the curb, and now Ethan Critchley is all over him, and this has helped one person alone, and that is Sam Faulkner, because now Ethan Critchley has got to make the move on Ollie Owen, otherwise Sam Faulkner's going to be in the distance. No change, just over 2 minutes to go. Faulkner coming up to the complex. Everybody driving smooth. Can Henry Foote sliding it a little bit? Can he get back into contention and on the back of Ethan Critchley? Let's see what the draft's like. A 42.672, which is the fastest lap for Oliver Owen. And he brakes very late, catches the grass, nearly loses the rear, but he's still in the game. Now, what can Faulkner do? At this point, he's realised that he hasn't been able to break the toe, so he's going to have to grin and bear it. But can he grin and bear it for, well, the next 1 minute 20? If we just look here, Owen trying to shortcut it, looking for that little gap, throws it into the corner, catches his right rear on the grass. Very fortunate not to lose it. Here he comes again, but now Faulkner will know that that's what he's going to do. So Sam will, there we go, always up the inside. And by doing that, that then puts pressure on Critchley. But Oliver Owen's going to go up the inside, and he's caught Faulkner napping. Up the inside at the carousel. But has he got enough lateral grip to get onto the straight, carry the speed, and not be a sitting duck for Faulkner at the end of the straight? Let's see. Looks enough this time. There's going to be another lap after this one. And here goes Faulkner. And he's through now. Will Sam need to defend into the carousel? He didn't get across early enough. Sam, you didn't learn from the lap before. Now we've got Henry Foote and we've got Tom Snape, and we're coming up for the last lap. This is the closest finish of DRS125 we have had in many years. And Oliver Owen goes wide. Henry Foote is going up the inside. He's passed Ethan Critchley. Tom Snape has passed Ethan Critchley. And that really, apart from Faulkner, has settled the race, because I don't think there's going to be the opportunity for that 3 or 4 kart battle for the lead on the last lap, which I was hoping for. What can Faulkner do? Is there a way past? He's into the last sector. Paddock Bend. Paddock Bend's where it's at, but he's too far away. And Oliver Owen comes through, wins the DRS125 round 6 at Glan Y Gors. A superb drive there, superb racing from all of our DRS125s. Really, really good race. Faulkner will be kicking himself that he couldn't get across and defend at the carousel. Great recovery from Henry Foote. Ethan Critchley must have thought he'd got this one in the bag. And just when you think you know how it's going to end up, it changes again. Absolutely fantastic from Oliver Owen, our current champion. He'll be happy with that, so will Daddy Graham. So in for technical checks, which I'm sure will all be in order. And onto the weighbridge. And as we watch the guys out onto the circuit come the DRS 100s. Now you thought that was a good race, wait for this race that's coming out. So just confirmation then, Ollie Owen in first, Faulkner second, Foot third, Critchley fourth, Tom Snape in fifth, Oscar Walmsley-Jones in sixth, Weir in seventh, Tommy Walsh in eighth, Carl Watt in ninth, Tuscany Groves in 10th position. 11th for Thomas Dacking. Okay, so it's presentation time, everyone. What a fantastic day's racing today, and more or less the rain kept away. So we're going to look at our first category today, which is the DRS125 Grand Final. What a race it was, probably the best race we've seen for many years here in the Daniel Ricciardo Series. So first of all, our top rookie, finishing in 11th place today, number 335, Thomas Dackins. Well done, Thomas. Get on the top spot, get a picture. Okay, if you just want to stand afterwards, just down there by Janie. So, your podium today, in third place, number 336, Henry Foote. Well done, Henry. Good recovery after the start. And well done, John, for your tactics in the qualifying. In second place today, what a race it was in the end. Number 283, Sam Faulkner. Well done, Sam. And your winner today, back to the front, number 1, Oliver Owen. Well done, Ollie. Great race. Fantastic overtaking from all of you guys today. Really enjoyed watching that. Round of applause, please, for your DRS125 podium. Thank you, guys. Okay, and what a race. Well, all the races today were just sensational. So, but the DRS100, that was just a long train at different points. I think at one point we had 10 or 11 karts in the first group battling for position, which is great. But our top rookie today in 11th place was number 135, Jacob Miloski. Am I getting better saying your name? No. Okay. Well done, Jacob. And a bit of girl power on the podium today. I'm not talking about you, Charlie. In third place, 147, Sherry and Pearl. Fantastic race, Sherry. It was all going on. Well done. And well done, Dad, wherever he is, Rich. In second place today, number 143, Daniela Sutton. Well done, Daniela, and well done, Mum and Dad. And he was cool from the very start of the day, just chilling out at the back of the grid and quali, and just never looks like he's rushing. Had it all under control, and just broke away at the end. Your winner of the DRS 100 today is number 3, Charlie Ratford. Well done, Charlie. And well done, Dad. And Mum, of course. And auntie and uncles and cousins and nanas and granddads. Well done, guys. Okay, so we're moving on to the DRS 62 Grand Final, which probably holds a world record in how many full starts we could have in a day, but nevertheless, we're going to start off with the Academy podium. And today, in third place, is number 133, Freddie Budd. Freddie, I have to say, I love your suit. It's one of my favourite suits. Pristine. Well done, mate. Well done, Freddie. And in second place, had a technical problem, so I was really pleased that he got that sorted in the final. Number 139, Ruben Jenkins. Well done, mate. Oh. Well done, mate. And your winner today, number or letters, DRA, Carter Inskip Clarkson. Oh, look at the shades, man. Oh, my life. Is it sunny today or it's just, okay. Cool dude. Can you see where Jane was standing? She was, oh, that's good. Well done, Carter. Pictures. Well done to all the parents. Your DRS 62 Academy podium. So, moving on now to the DRS 62 Supers. And again, this was a very close race and dragged down the straight and up the inside and changing of position lots and lots of times. So, your third place was number 55, Lucas Esser. Without sunglasses. Well done, Lucas. And you just couldn't tell who was going to win today. Both drove fantastically well, as did Lucas. I thought you were going to pick up the scraps at any point and get through. They were battling so hard. In second place, number 129, Oscar Roach. Well done, Oscar. That's it. Get your picky. Well done. And your winner today, number 9, Ashton Beth. Well done. Well done, guys. Well done, mums and dads. Well done. Get your picture with Tom. Anybody else want a picture? Fantastic. Well done, guys. So that brings to conclusion round 6 here at GYG, the Daniel Ricciardo Series. A big thank you to GYG, the staff, my staff, DRS, and of course, all you, the mums and dads and drivers. We'll see you at Wilton Mill in 3 weeks' time. Thank you.